Hi, welcome to this new unboxing and quick analysis. This is a new quadcopter brushless edition, and in fact it's kind of a multifunction quadcopter. This is the JYU Hornet S. So this quadcopter, thanks to this multi-module capacities, can welcome either 2D gimbal with a camera or a pure 5.8 GHz FPV module, or if you prefer, you can also fly it in simple lost condition. So actually I received the basic model, so without any FPV module or gimbal plus 1080p camera. So later in another video we'll probably receive these modules and we'll update the main associated review of the Hornet S. So here is the box. And as you can see, everything is in the Chinese because I received a direct import from Chinese 15 days ago. I've been produced, so it's pretty good. And this quadcopter is announced to be very fast, up to 120 km per hour. We will see if it's true or not. Anyway, what we will find in this box, I will open it. The box itself scales something like 2 kilos 6, and inside you will find two other boxes. Okay, one is associated with the transmitter. Okay, and of course it's evident the other one for the quadcopter. So let's start with the transmitter box. First of all these two boxes are pretty nice. The quality is great. Green card box material with this nice black velour tissue. Okay, so here is the transmitter. Okay, again everything is in Chinese, so my Chinese is pretty poor. I had to use some Google translation, so be sure that my information given in this video are not completely 100% accurate, and we'll probably update if I've got more information about this product. Anyway, you will find the charger. Okay, so it's using a proprietary connector with 8 pin connector, if I'm not wrong. Yes. And you have a USB plug here, okay, delivering 5 volts if you want to charge in parallel some other device using a USB port. And this one is delivering 1.7 maximum ampere up to 12.6 volt. Okay, you will find associated with the main power cord here for the Europe socket, and associated with to charge the internal battery of your transmitter, you will find an USB cable, okay, ending in the other side with a micro USB. Okay, you will find in this small, I would say, card box. Yes, it's true. This is the instruction manual. So first of all, you need to be very young without any glasses to read carefully. You have some paper there, I don't know, I can read, maybe to register your model in the JYU company. But the main instruction manual is here, is pretty small, and again everything is in Chinese. Anyway, there are a lot of diagrams, luckily. So as you can see here, you can see how to install the gimbal plus 1080p camera module. This is the battery and the different function of the transmitter. I will explain later the role. You have a lot of buttons, but the general design is very beautiful. The charger and some parameters. Okay, assumed to be to have via the battery 20 minutes of flight duration. I've got a doubt about it. Of course, should be checked in reality. How to install props, etc., and the different LEDs. Sequence significations, okay, from poor GPS reception. Okay, when you have a very good one, I think you have a full green one, and when the different mode is engaged, and for low batteries, I guess, situations. You have a software, okay. Actually, I collect the Chinese version, but I know from my JYU contacts that the English version will be published soon, so be patient. Okay, so you have to know also this JYU also welcome a follow me function thanks to a wrist you have to wear, and maybe there is a connection or a mini GPS. I don't know how it's working, if it's based on the local radio frequency transmission between the quadcopter and the wrist or whatever, but this module will be also available in April. Okay, so here is the radio, a very beautiful one, like DJ Phantom style to make sure. I like how you can grab it, you know, with this kind of matte plastic. Very beautiful. So all sticks are centered. I mean that by default you will have assistant flight like altitude hold, okay, and a lot of buttons. Well, not so much. You have the power switch here, okay, and when you start them, you can feel the transmitter is vibrating. So you have this kind of sensors. That's pretty cool. And well, this button I guess is self-explaining. This is a return to home. This one is the auto takeoff, auto landing, and this is the flight mode. So when you are in one position, this is the beginner rate, intermediate, and expert rate. Okay. These two are front one is to play, the left one to play with the light, and when you press it, you have to play also with this one. You can tune, probably change the color of your feet. You have to know that the landing feet of the Hornet S can display more than 10,000 combinations of colors. Okay, why not? And this one is to turn on and off the video recording. You have two antennas. I'm not sure they are all for the 2.4 GHz part, because you have to know that these two buttons on the back here are selecting the 5.8 GHz frequency of the FPV module. So maybe one of them is associated with the built-in 5.8 GHz video receiver. I'm not sure of it. Okay, and as I already depict, this one, this is a port which return to the central position automatically, is to allow to play with the color, and this one is to play with the gimbal orientation for the camera gimbal module. So I guess is to tune the pitch angle. Okay, no possibility when the camera is installed, for example, to tune the tilt, unfortunately. On the lateral side, you can find a big USB plug, and the small one for the micro USB, I guess, is via this one. You will recharge the internal batteries. Okay, and this one I am not sure about it. And you have a plug, a mini jack, 2.4mm. Maybe it's a nave out. Okay, I don't have any information. An originality with this one is completely hidden. You can extract to welcome the FPV module, okay, the receiver part, of course. So you can welcome the 5.8 video receiver. I think you can install any kind of, it should be able to welcome a 5-inch without any problem. Okay, so it's pretty cool. The design is beautiful. The plastic is cool. Still remain light. It's not so heavy. I don't know about the radio protocol associated with. In my full disassembling, I will try to answer to these questions. Okay, so now let's focus on the quadcopter itself. So I've got only the basic version, so without any extra add-on, any FPV module or camera. Okay, so here is another box. Okay, pretty cool. You have on the left 4 props with build nose, pretty auto self-tightening. They are branding by JYU, and there are, if I can read carefully, there are 6032. Okay, pretty cool. A nice material, seems pretty solid. Okay, on the right you have the same 4 other extras, pretty cool. And here you can find some spare landing feet. Okay, 2 here and other extra 2 here. Here is the battery. So is 2,500 milliamps per hour, no discharge rate mentioned. It's a 3S, of course, and you are associated with, you have this power connector, I guess, probably to power and to balance your LiPo. It's pretty light. I can give you an information about the weight of this one. So I'm surprised it's a 2,500 because it's pretty light. It's 200, well, not so light, 215 grams for the LiPo, but I saw already more heavier. And when you press on it, okay, you can read 4 LEDs leading to the battery indication, so actually it's full charge. Okay, so maybe there will be a possibility to swap and to install another alternative batteries. Anyway, it will be in their investigation for the potential modding to do. Let's now look to the quadcopter itself. Wow, it's taking the shape of how I can say, a kind of frog, but a plated one, if I'm not wrong. So the motor are a 22 type, okay, so classic. Shafts are 5 millimeters of diameters, okay. So most of type of prop can be installed from. We'll confirm this measure, okay, 5 millimeters. In the exact measurement of the Hornet S is 28 millimeters of diagonal, okay, 28, okay, so it's a 280 millimeters quadcopter size. No LEDs except here, the LEDs are here on the arm, only on the landing gears, and as I said previously, you can display more than 10,000 combination, and of course I guess in sequence of color, okay, versus time. You have these small stickers, red on front, yellow on rear, okay. What I would prefer is to have 2 different type of color of props for front and rear if you plan to fly it in lost condition. Is especially true for the basic version since you don't have any FPV module or camera. And well, so I will give the weight of this Hornet S independently. So it seems to be relatively light and it's 350 grams. Okay, it means that with the battery installed, so it's pretty cool to install it. Just clips it and voila. The total weight is around 565 grams. So, well, it's comparable for 280 millimeters quadcopter size. It's okay. Everything is in plastic. The plastic is beautiful, and about the solidity, well, should be absorb moderate crash, but to be sure at 120 kilometers per hour in a frontal crash, any arms won't survive. Don't dream about that. Any plastic structure can resist to such violent shock, especially with close to 560 grams. The kinetic energy is proportional to the square of the speed, so no miracle here. You can see on front some holes to probably fresh to let cool the built-in ESC. I didn't disassemble yet the machine, so I don't know if there you have some individual ESC or 4-in-1 boards, okay, to save some cost. What about, yes, so let's focus on the bottom side. Here you can find the micro USB. This one is used to plug your Hornet S in the ground station software. So as I said previously, I collect yesterday the software. You need to install a specific driver for your PC, and after you have the software. Actually everything in Chinese, but you have, this is the same kind of ground station like the XK X380 or some other flying 3D. You have basic settings of the quad structure and the behavior when you will reach the LBC alarm and so on. So I'm not sure you can tune the PID setting individually. So if you want to change the flight behavior, here you have some kind of connector. It's probably for the batteries. Okay. to collect maybe the video signal and the amount of current. And this one is to install the front any add-on module. So actually it's more the FPV module as well as the simple 1080p module. So just remove this plastic cover and you will be able to connect them, and you can find the connector again. Seems to be very similar to this one. So I guess is for the connection of one of these three modules. Okay, so inside the battery bay, you can find on the top a metallic part. I guess is to protect the GPS module from any interferences coming from the main flying controlling board. It's good to have a kind of Faraday's cage. The GPS module should be installed on top here. Okay. You have some instruction about the compass calibration in the Chinese instruction manual associated with the transmitter, and you have to know that to start the compass calibration, you have to push the stick like this. Okay, so the left stick in lower left and the right in upper left too. Okay, so and after you have to rotate to make the classic dance of the quadcopter. Rotate it. After you will have a change of color, green, and after yellow, and after so on, like this, and to finish like this probably. And you will finish your compass calibration. Of course, I will try, as soon as I fully understand the compass calibration, produce a tutorial video about how to calibrate this compass. Okay, let's power all this. So first of all, let's turn on the transmitter by sliding to the left the radio. When we turn on, it will emit a vibration inside. Okay, actually, since it's not bound, you have the left red LEDs turned on to say it's not bound with the quadcopter. You have also a GPS turned to red, mean that you have a problem in GPS reception, and in green the level of batteries. Also, when it's the internal battery of the transmitter is low, it will turn to red. So basically the three flight mode are here. When you are in one, you are in pure beginner mode. It means that everything will be assisted thanks to the altitude hold and GPS. It means that you cannot even take off manually. To harm the quadcopter, you will absolutely to press this button. It means that, very important, that means you have done correctly your compass calibration, because the GPS information should be accurate. From the intermediate second position, you will fly, I guess, in altitude hold assistance, so uniquely using the built-in barometers. And 3, it's the pure manual mode. So for the last two modes, to harm the quadcopter, we have to push the throttle stick to the lower right. Okay, let's go. I turn on the transmitter. So how to plug your batteries is very easy. You have to follow the match red to red, as you can see here. Yeah, just clipped. Okay, and voila. So I will make an indoor test. Be sure to do it indoors without any props. So to turn on your quadcopter, you have first of all press briefly your power button, then a long press on it. So you have to press twice, one brief, and the second time more than 1.5 seconds. So 1. Okay, and you hear this music. So as I said, I am indoors. So in a beginner mode, in 1, you cannot arm the quadcopter, is not working at all. Okay, so to be sure, you have to be at least in second or third position. For example, if I arm the quadcopter, it should, after a few seconds, it should turn on the motors. Maybe you will have to wait a couple of seconds that they try to find any GPS information. Okay, actually it's not. Okay, as you can see, it's harming, and it's a middle position. To disarm, you have to go again in lower or right position. Okay, That's correct. This button is to display the LEDs. If I press on it, you can see a nice new LEDs animation. If I press again, another one, alternating between the feet, and if I press again, I return to the original one. So concerning the color, you can see some flashing, some red and now and green. When you can read some red and green, it means that I'm receiving just a few GPS. The GPS module is also receiving GLONASS satellite, so the Russian one, so to make the system a little bit more accurate. Okay, I remind that the switch is to play with the LEDs. So if I press on it, I can change probably the color, okay, or you can see I can play with the colors thanks to this lateral left LEDs port. What I can say is, these two rear button is to play with the FPV frequency. So out of the box, our video receiver and transmitter chosen by JYU is using the Boscam band, so classic Boscam band. So you can select one of the 7 Boscam band here. The 8 is not available. I don't know why, but it's like this. Okay, so I will turn off the quadcopter. So you have to long press the power button more than 5 seconds. Okay, and it's turned off. Okay, and now I can turn off the radio. Okay, one word about how to charge the internal batteries of the transmitter as well as the Hornet main batteries. So you can use the provided charger, use the USB to micro USB. The micro USB is plugged to the micro USB plugged, and then you can use here the small provided USB port, and one is plugged and it's charging. You can read the red LEDs here. For the main batteries, it's a little bit different stories. It's original. First of all, you have to plug like this. Okay, you cannot be wrong. You have to see the arrow and to slide like this. Okay, then if you're doing nothing, you can hear this beep emitting. It's very annoying. So what to do? You have to power the battery. So press on the power button, then a long press. Press. And then it's starting in a charging. You can hear this beep, and it's charging. You have the red LEDs. Okay, so you have to wait a couple of seconds. So it's like this, that is sharp. Okay, so I will finish this videos dedicated to the basic version of the JYU Hornet S. My first impression are pretty good, okay, but of course all settings, all the characteristics might be checked in flight. This is only the true stories here, so I will check, of course, the behavior in return to home, the face safe, the battery autonomy, the control range, different parameters, which kind of flying controlling board is installed inside this machine, and so on. Okay, I hope you enjoy this video. If you like it, please thumb it, and if you like my channel, please subscribe. Recently, I've got more than 5,000 subscribers. Thank you, many thanks for your support. See you next time. Bye bye.